Sam Bankman-Fried says sorry. Elon Musk begs for more money. Goldman Sachs is firing. And women feeding cats are getting arrested. If you think the world is falling apart, yes, it is. Hey everyone, this is Chris. Welcome back to the channel. This is your daily news. So we'll start with this headline. Sam Bankman-Fried needs new defense besides sorry, a lawyer says. And there's a couple interesting quotes here. Basically, guys, sorry is not a good defense. Quote, although this is an extremely high-profile case, the indictment is a no-nonsense, no-frills document. This is coming from a formal federal prosecutor. Quote, the factual statements are short and plain. The theories of fraud are very standard. Lying to get money, lying about what you're doing with the money. So don't lie. Sorry is not a good defense. That's basically what they're saying here. Here's another quote. There's some very troubling facts here that don't fit the mismanagement narrative. I think it's very difficult to mount that kind of defense when the defendant is alleged to have given secret preferential treatment to his own hedge fund. Those facts surrounding Alameda are going to be much tougher to defend. They look a lot more like fraud and deception than anything unintentional. So sorry doesn't cut it. You can't pretend that, oh, we didn't mean to do sort of things. And also, too, don't lie. So Bankman seems to be in a bad shape. And, crypto is going down, as you can see here. Bitcoin is falling before 17,000. I have never been a crypto bull. I don't believe in this stuff. I understand that some people do. I really get it. And also, too, I've said many times, I think there's a lot of criminal activity in this stuff and also money laundering and fraudulent things. So it may never necessarily go completely to zero, but my own personal opinion, I'm not into it. However, some people are, like Elon Musk, and you guys know he was really into crypto and this kind of stuff. Also, too, true story, I guess he's begging people for money. And it's really quite interesting because some people gave money on the Twitter thing. It was like Ross Gerber said he gave like $1 million, and then they've even asked him for more. And so what they're doing is that they're not paying bills and asking investors to jump back into Twitter. And that one of the problems is that they're asking for people to invest in the same price that Elon invested in. And what's interesting about this whole situation, you can read a quote from Elon. You can hear that for yourself. Quote, obviously myself and other investors are obviously overpaying for Twitter right now. That's what he said. He said on a Tesla call. That was back in October. The long-term potential for Twitter, in my view, is an order of magnitude greater than its current value. So the thing is, like, when you put the words of, this is of Elon himself, telling people we overpaid, and now they're trying to get people today to pay the same price that he paid. I mean, how does that make any sense? It doesn't, right? It doesn't make any sense. Now, could he get investors in the future to come and support Twitter? I think, yeah, maybe. That is a possibility. If they believe in Musk, if they believe in Twitter, sure. But I don't think they're going to get like the same price that he paid when he himself admits that it was overvalued. So that seems kind of crazy to me. The other thing is too is you can take a look at this as well. There's another vendor essentially suing Twitter, basically saying they haven't paid bills. The basic gist of it is, I think what it said that this Twitter owes this company like $8 million kind of thing. And we've got other reports about this. Twitter not paying rent, Twitter not wanting to pay severance pay to employees. Musk has been firing lawyers, firing lots of people, and bringing over people from his other companies into Twitter, which I get it. For some people, you might think that's a good thing. But if you have money in like the other companies, you'd be kind of ticked off. At least I would be, right? If I had a bunch of money, say in SpaceX or Tesla, I'd be like, why are you taking our people and moving over to another company and just like forget about it, man? But it is what it is. He's got enablers, he's got pumpers, and people still support the guy. So you are free to do what you like. I'm just here to tell you the truth. The truth is, things don't look so good, and they're not paying their bills. And he's begging people for money. Not much else I can say about that. Also, regarding the free speech issue, this involves Starbucks. We just talked about it as being an issue of last year, but it looks like it's ongoing. Starbucks employees are basically complaining that they can't wear political messages on their uniform, and they're protesting. My opinion is that in the workplace, if you're wearing a uniform, like it's a uniform and it's not really a place for political messaging. This kind of thing might actually go to the Supreme Court, to be perfectly frank. It's an interesting one. I side with Starbucks in this one. Love to hear your thoughts on this one, but to me, it's a uniform, not a place for messaging, even if I agree with it. I just don't want that on my workplace in the uniform. So that's just my opinion on that. Regarding Goldman Sachs, I mentioned this in the intro, they're going to be firing people. The numbers that I saw was like 4,000 people. So it's like really quite a bit. They're saying like 8% of the workforce. Yeah. And, we've known this has been coming for a long time. I've been warning you guys several times in this channel that I think unemployment's going to go up. And this is just the reality. people don't want to hear the message. Unfortunately, they don't like to hear bad news. I try my best to tell you guys the truth. And also another opinion on this is of if you're listening to any kind of financial channel or whatever, or news channel or business channel, and they haven't been talking about that you're going to lose your job. Frankly, they don't know what they're talking about. I've been telling you guys and warning you guys about this, and it's happening. That's why I've made countless videos about updating resumes and these kind of things. So it's going to be tough out there, guys, going into the next year. And I mentioned before in the last video, January is the top month when companies start laying off employees. So it's going to get pretty ugly. Also, too, unfortunately, January could be an ugly month, not just for layoffs. I guess we're having like they're calling it a triple-demic. The flu is going to be bad this year. Plus this thing called, was it RSV? It's like respiratory thing. And then we still have COVID. So do be careful out there. My general opinion on this stuff is always the same. I don't know why people lose their minds over these things. To me, it's weird. In my sort of experience as being a human being, if someone's coughing, the thing I usually say is like, please don't come near me. Please don't come near me. I don't want to get sick. So that's my general opinion on this stuff. I don't want to get sick. So that's the general opinion I'm giving you. Wash your hands. Try not to get sick. Don't get other people sick. Not much else I can say. That's been like that for the time as being a human being, but sometimes people lose their minds over this stuff. But the flu, the cold, all this stuff, it's real. You can get sick. So do be careful out there, guys. And also, too, I could have made a whole separate video about this. I didn't because, pretty frank, it's just so ridiculously stupid. And it is. I mean, there's no other way you can put it. But if you don't know, former President Donald Trump put out an NFT collection. This is not a joke. I actually thought it was a joke, but it's not a joke. And he basically was selling him pictures of himself as being like a superhero, a cowboy, was a fighter pilot, really good at golf, all of these things. And they're $100 each. And this is also a true story. In his introduction, he says he calls himself like the greatest president of all time. He also says he's better than Lincoln and better than Washington, and I'm not making it up. So I know it I can't say it with a straight face, but some people might like this guy and may buy these things, and maybe he's gonna make a bunch of money off of it. But to me, it's a joke, and it is what it is. Oh, it's a joke in the sense of I don't want to talk about it anymore. But I don't think I didn't see it. I did see it, and it's ridiculous. Okay, let's just move on. Also, too, in New York City, actually, Uber drivers are going to be on strike. So if you're in that area or in another big city, you might see this in other places. Basically, the people just aren't getting paid enough, and you're going to see this with multiple jobs, multiple industries. We saw this with the rail strike. It's actually pretty bad in England as well, and my opinion on this stuff is that I feel sorry for people struggling. That's all I have to say. And I wish you guys luck. I don't know what to say. Just there's not enough money to go around. Also, Ford is raising prices on the F-150. This is the electric version. In fact, it's going up 40% than the original price. They originally said that, it would be like 40. Now they're saying like 56. I won't be shocked if they say suddenly 60, 70, whatever. Basically, it's expensive to make these things, so they gotta like raise the price in order to cover the cost. Expensive in terms of materials, and expensive in terms of like they gotta pay employees who increasingly want more money. And this is a good example of how it's very, very difficult to control for inflation. It is a tough thing, and it spirals in the wrong direction. So we will see what happens with this. Also, in the world of cat feeding, for those of you who didn't know, this could be a dangerous profession / venture. It turns out that these poor 85-year-old women were arrested for feeding cats. It's a real thing. I'm not making it up. I can't give a straight face. And it was in Alabama, and basically what it was is I guess that there's like just too many cats in this city, and they were feeding the cats, trying to trap them. They were feral cats, so wild cats, and then neuter the said kitties. And the government was saying you were trespassing and stuff like that. So I think the whole thing is pretty ridiculous. And but pretty frank, I think they were trying to help the community. So I'm on the side with the cat ladies. And I can't go straight face. Anyway, that's been your daily news. Love to hear your thoughts on the job situation, the NFT, and FTX situation, and whether or not you agree or disagree with feeding cats. So thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you next time.